Jungle. Audio Jungle.
So, a little backstory. The first Explorer that I worked on was a 1994 Explorer. Somebody once asked what kind of Explorer it was because it looked a lot different than most Explorers, and it was just a regular 94 Explorer Eddie Bauer edition with a Mazda Navajo grille and a limited edition bumper that were spray painted black. When I painted this vehicle, I had sanded the entire thing all the way down to the metal, and I didn't realize that you didn't have to do that. To paint this, I used spray paint, and the paints that I used were just a simple yellow and dark red. But for the green, I chose a fluorescent green, and this green basically fades in the sun. So the vehicle really couldn't be stored outdoors, it always had to be stored indoors, because the paint faded and flaked off really easily. This Explorer, even when I purchased it, had transmission issues, and it always had a hard time shifting from first to second, and sort of by the end of its life, around like 2011, 2012, it stopped shifting into overdrive and would leak transmission fluid, and eventually stopped shifting into reverse. It also had idling problems, so now this has basically been in this barn for several years. We're gonna take the interior, even though it looks like something might be living inside of the ceiling there. As I'm poking it, it feels like there's something in there. We're also going to be taking the brush guard, which is just homemade. It's not the same kind of brush guard that was used in the movie, but it's close enough. I'd also like to take the tires, however one is stuck on the car. They're actually 32-inch Kelly Safari tires, and they're really nice. The new car, I've decided to take these running boards off because they've been bothering me the entire time. Pretty much if you have any vehicle that still has these on them, these sort of fiberglass running boards, just take them off because they're going to collect snow and collect water and just make your vehicle more rusty, and there really is no reason to have these. You're not going to step on them or ever use them anyways. After I undid a few bolts, I basically just kicked them and they just fell right off. It's amazing to see just how rusty it was underneath. Now, to remove all this rust, we're going to have to cut a lot of it off, and the last tool you want to use to cut sheet metal is a Sawzall, because it'll just bounce all over the place and it'll bend the metal. I'd recommend a speed tool like a angle grinder with a cutting wheel or a plasma cutter, basically anything besides this Sawzall. But it's all that I have right now, so that's what's going to have to do. When you cut the rust off, you can basically cut the rockers off, and then when you close the doors now become the bottom of the vehicle. So you can't really tell that there's any issues as far as rust is concerned. We're also going to take this plastic piece off the front bumper because it was cracked, and I also noticed that the other plastic piece on the front bumper was cracked as well. We're going to pull this pinstriping off too because it simply doesn't need to be there. When we go and paint it, we're going to have to pull it off anyway, so might as well pull it off now. We're also going to take this roof rack off. We don't really need that when the vehicle's finished anyways. With just the running boards and the front bumper plastic gone, the vehicle already looks like it's more off-road ready. And we shed a lot of weight and gained just a tiny bit of ground clearance there. And already it looks like a happier car.